Good evening. My name is Thija Renee, and this is Thija Renee Healing. And I got something to say, so I'm going to just cut to the chase. So, as awaited, we're going to speak about part two of the breakup video that we were speaking about yesterday or a couple days ago. And that video pretty much was talking about it from the perspective of someone wanting to break up with someone else but not knowing what to do and kind of being able to move on with that. So today we're actually going to talk about someone being broken up with and how to be able to really properly handle that and be able to move forward with their own selves efficiently. So everybody's been in this position. You're not always the one breaking up. You're not always the one that's getting broken up with. We all change and dance. But one thing that we have to understand is that if we have somebody who at one point saw us as someone that they could be with long term, if we see them coming to us breaking up, there's most likely something that we could have done to contribute to this factor, regardless of it being, again, communication, infidelity, whatever. There could be something, or just simply not aligning. It could be something that we're doing. So I do have four things that I think that we should keep in mind when we're in this situation. The first thing is, of course, evaluate what you have done to cause the issue. It's like nobody wants to take accountability for anything. As soon as something happens, it's like, well, no, this person did this. No, they did that. Oh, no, they were like this. And they simply just are too hurt or are too prideful or too arrogant to simply look in and say, what did I do that caused this person to walk away from me? Don't think about what do they know I did. Don't think about any of that. Think about what you did actually. Am I worth this particular person who walked away? Am I even worthy of them being with me? Because a lot of times, if someone walked away, you were not. And it's not to say that you can't get to that place, but you have to do the healing. You have to go through the motions of figuring out what you do to hurt somebody else and fix it. The second thing is just to straight up leave that person alone. If somebody breaks up with you, don't call them. Don't keep calling them. Don't be reaching out to people in regards to them. Don't do little funny stuff and certainly, and this is for some of y'all, get yourself away from that magic. Get out of people's energy thinking that you're playing around, because you're not doing nothing but hurting yourself. You will never be able to hurt the divine. You just won't. And that's not going to be the way that you get over what it is that you are trying to do. Get out of their space. Get out of their energy. And you would think that you would get tired of the things that continue to happen to you as a result of this magic and things and these bad energies that you're putting out towards people simply because they don't want to be with you. Once again, they don't have to. Everybody deserves absolute happiness, just like you do. Because if you were on the other foot and it was you who decided that this person was doing something to you and you needed to leave, then we'd be having this discussion with you. But if you found yourself in this position, you found yourself in this position for a reason. And so this is why we're having the discussion. Leave people alone. Let them have a chance of moving on and experiencing other things without you. You didn't do it right the first time. You had the space within the time before that person said, I'm breaking up with you, to get everything right, and you chose not to. Whether or not it was simply because you thought that person wasn't going nowhere. Simply thought that you had the upper hand and you was going to control that person. Maybe you thought you was the catch. And you thought that person was never going to leave you. But the bottom line is that if you're looking around and you don't see them, you are mistaken. The third thing is to try to avoid being where that person is. So this goes along with leave them alone. You know they're going to be somewhere. Don't show up. They don't want you there. Because if they did want you there, they're still in their karmic energy, their own karmic energy. They're not healed. Because why would I want to see someone that caused me harm, caused me hurt? And the fact that you are playing on the idea that I might be nice to you, that I might sit around and speak to you is ridiculous. If you did something to hurt me, bye-bye. Don't come around my way. Allow me to find who can love me properly. And you may want to get yourself together so you could do the same. Which leads us into number 4. You have got to love yourself. And loving yourself in this situation is you evaluating what it is that you could have done. Is you leaving that person alone because you realize that, hey, if somebody doesn't want to deal or fool with me, I'm okay with that. I'm strong enough within myself to say I can move on. I can find a friend group that can accept me for the things that I like and the things that I want to do, that I don't even have to sit around here right now and pretend that I didn't do anything to hurt this person. I'm standing on my square. I'm sitting around here and I'm actually acknowledging how I can change or how I can be a better person. Because you know what? When you don't do that, you're going to show up unhealed. You're going to show up broken for somebody else. And you're going to end up doing the same thing that you did to the other person to this new person. And it isn't fair. And and maybe the new person you meet is a karmic energy just like you. And by karmic meaning that you just simply won't do the work. You just simply won't do what you have to do to keep repeating the same cycles that you find yourself repeating. So you might meet somebody like that. But to ensure that once you heal, you can meet somebody that is your person or somebody that's there for you that deserves what you now have to bring. You have to do the work. And it really is truly loving on yourself. We've got to stop this back and forth, this because people are dying out here behind this. People are just experiencing things they don't need to experience behind this. If somebody doesn't want to be with you, let it go. I am the Ja Renee, and this is the Ja Renee Healing. You have a wonderful rest of your day. Like, subscribe, and comment.